Good morning, YouTube. So today for the video we're gonna try something a little different. I know that I said we're gonna stick to traditional, if there is such a thing, traditional moto vlogging, but I also want to expand on it. I also want to feel like you guys can get to know me, and eventually I can get to know you. So anyway, so what we're gonna do today, and you're gonna kind of follow along, we're gonna try sort of a vlog type deal. Instead of just a moto vlog, we're actually gonna do like a real deal vlog. We're gonna try it. We'll see how it works. So what we're doing today is we are going to test drive. I didn't really know that this was the type of car that I wanted, but ever since I test drove one, I've become kind of hooked on the idea of owning this particular car. I think it would be fun for me. I think it would be good for the channel. So we're gonna go test drive a car, and then who knows, I think we're gonna watch a car later. Super exciting, I know. Let's try this vlogging thing out, and we'll see what this video looks like on Thursday. Let's get to the point. What are we doing? Like, stop monologuing, Jake. What are we doing? Well, today is a beautiful day in early August. You like how I had to check my watch to see what month it was? Today what we're doing is we are gonna go test drive a car. Now, the reason that I'm car shopping is the Civic that we are in. I don't know if you can tell how dirty and disgusting the Civic is, but the Civic that we're driving has 232,000 miles on it. I've had it for 4 years, and it's time for a change. It's time for it to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what we're gonna go test drive. We're gonna go test drive a Toyota FJ Cruiser. Now, before you say anything, you might ask, why an FJ? Well, the reason I like the FJ Cruiser is it can tow a motorcycle, which is important. It can also tow my future drift car, which I don't yet have. And also, this is a big thing for me. This is a really big thing for me. It's a little bit weird, okay? The FJ Cruiser was only made from 2007 to 2014. It's a bit of an oddball. I think they only sold like something like 250,000 of them from 2007 to 2014. And I really like that. I like to be outside of the norm. I also like the fact that it's a blank slate for mods. I mean, it's a lot like the Wrangler in the sense that you can pretty much do anything to them. Everything from lift kits to sound systems to, you know, bumpers and lights and engine, like everything. Anything that you want to do to make it usually more like off-road capable, you can do, which I love, and it would be good for the channel too. Who knows? We could end up doing, you know, a slow FJ Cruiser build over time, which I think people would be into. So anyway, that's why I'm thinking about the FJ Cruiser, is it kind of fits all the bills. It's not really that bad on gas. It's super comfortable for me. If you can tell, I'm 6'7", and this 232,000 mile Honda Civic does not fit me super well, never did. And that's not a bash on the Civic, it's just a small car and I'm not a small person, so you can't blame Honda for that. So we're going to look at an FJ Cruiser. This one that we're going to look at is an 08. It's a 4x4 automatic, which if you don't know, and I actually didn't know this about FJ Cruisers either, the FJ Cruiser can be had in 3 different configurations. So the first and most common configuration, which is the one that we're gonna go see today, is the automatic transmission and 4x4. So it runs around in 2-wheel drive, but can be shifted manually with a stick on the floor into 4-wheel drive. That's the first configuration. The second configuration, and the one that I just don't want because I don't see the point, is an automatic transmission and it's 2-wheel drive. They did make a 2-wheel drive FJ Cruiser, which doesn't really make a whole lot of sense because it's an off-road vehicle, like that's the intended purpose. And then the third configuration, which is a little bit more rare, and this was actually the one that I first drove, the first FJ Cruiser I tried out, was this configuration, and that's the full-time 4-wheel drive. So it's always 4-wheel drive with a manual, a 6-speed manual. And I test drove one of those a couple weeks ago, and I wasn't actually, up until that point, I was only looking for like a Toyota Tacoma or a 4Runner. Those were the only 2 vehicles that I was thinking about buying. And then I went to this dealership here locally, and I found this FJ Cruiser. It was a black manual FJ Cruiser, and I was like, you know what the heck? So I test drove it, and I was like, got it, this is the one, I want this one, like this is it. And unfortunately that FJ Cruiser got sold before I could buy it. So I hope this like monologuing isn't too boring, but what we're gonna do today is you're gonna follow along a day in the life of me, Big Jake, and I'm gonna test drive this FJ Cruiser. We're gonna see what it is, see what it looks like in person, and then you'll just kind of follow me throughout the day, and we'll see how this Thursday video turns out. Follow along, or if you're watching this, you're already following along, so stay tuned. Let's see if we can find it. We'll find it together. Oh, there it is. There it is. I see it. All right, so we are in the FJ, as you might have guessed. Sorry if the audio quality changes. I don't have my microphone on me anymore. Initial impressions of it are, it's a little rough around the edges than I had expected, but for the price, which is super reasonable, I don't know that this is going to be the one, but the people at this dealership have been nothing but super cool to deal with so far. And like I said, they priced it really, really well, so it's hard to complain about the little things that are maybe not ideal. There's definitely some things that would need to be done to it. It definitely needs a detailing, but it's a used vehicle. What do you expect? There's a little bit of wear and tear on the body, but again, it's an 07 or an 08, I forget which. So it's hard to, like I said, it's hard to get super upset about that. Interior, as you can see, is really well kept. It's super, super clean. We're just gonna go for a short drive, and we'll just see what we think. I'm not gonna beat on it. It's an FJ Cruiser, not a sports car. So initial driving impressions, it drives super well, super straight. I mean, no complaints. There's really no major engine lights to be worried about. There is, I think, a low tire pressure light on, but that's usually easily remedied. They're asking $13,900 for it, which again, you know, this thing would normally book for an FJ Cruiser this year with 130,000 miles, which is what this has, would book for probably 15, 16, and let's see. That's not good. I don't know what caused that, but don't like that. Paint's in good shape. This is a piece of trim, which is obviously missing. They said they'll be fixing that. Underside is pretty clean. I mean, we do live in the Midwest, so you're gonna get rust at some point in a car's life. Little piece of paint missing there. I mean, for what they're asking, it's pretty clean. I don't know if the clear coat, I can't tell if the clear coat is gone or if it's just super dirty. I'm spitting on the car a lot. No, the clear coat's there, it's just dirty. I don't know, what do you guys think? Here's the thing, I don't have to have a vehicle right now. Like my Civic, it's not great, but it runs. And so I don't need to buy something like right this second. So if I find the right one, I'll buy it. And if I don't find the right vehicle, I won't buy it. So like I said, interior, hopefully the lighting isn't terrible. The interior is pretty clean. No real complaints about that. Looks like it was taken care of. And I wonder how hard this would be to fix. Because if that's just plastic right there, I bet you could get a replacement for it. And these headlights will buff out, I know that. Ooh. A little bit of rust, no big deal. Sounds good. No unusual sounds, which is good. Again, the dealership's been super cool to deal with. They've been no pressure. They just kind of, you know, if I want to drive it, I can drive it. If I want to buy it, I can buy it type thing. Which is always the type of dealership that I would prefer to work with. Sunglasses. I'll look cooler now. Now I look cool. So, yeah, we'll see. I don't know if this is going to be the one, but at the very least, I can recommend Mid-America Auto Sales out in Troy. They're obviously not paying me anything to say that. They've just been really cool to work with. So if you're looking at, you know, a used vehicle, which is what they deal in, check them out. They've been great. So we're back in my office. As you might have guessed, we didn't buy that FJ. The dealership was super cool, but it wasn't the right one. There's enough FJs for sale. There's no reason to buy one that isn't the right one. And I've waited long enough to get a new car. I'm definitely not buying the one that's not the right one. So the review videos, the test drives will probably continue, the videos. So stick around if you're interested in watching me try to find a new car, try to find an FJ Cruiser that's clean enough and low mileage enough to buy. Thanks for watching. If you don't already, my Instagram is Big Fast Jake. One word, Big Fast Jake on Instagram if you want to follow me there. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I do appreciate it. It just helps things move faster with this channel. And yeah, we'll see you on Sunday.